Business in the 217 with Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk, connecting with Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, as we do each and every week. Michelle, thanks for taking time. How are you?
Good morning, Greg. Doing well.
Good morning. So we've got several stories here that are big positives for business, because anybody who goes into business, they obviously want to help the community with a good or service that they're really good at and they're passionate about, but obviously they want to expand and grow. And we've got three examples of that. Let's start talking about a boutique that's expanding now.
Yes, this is kind of a fun story. You know, we also always like to highlight these small business successes. Elodie Grace Boutique, it started in 2017 as an online-only business. Owner Megan Ramirez said it was basically her side hustle. She was in accounting for over 10 years, working full-time, but started this online boutique because she was into fashion as a hobby. It really took off. And, you know, we've seen a number of these stories of people that during the pandemic decided to switch careers or transition. In her case, it was the birth of her youngest child in 2019 that prompted her to decide to become a stay-at-home mom, which actually gave her more time to devote to growing her business. So she is now getting ready to open up her first brick-and-mortar location over on State Street. And what's really cool about this is she was a client of Lauren Tomten Photography's business, and Lauren was also one of her customers. So last year, when Lauren gave her a heads up that she was going to be relocating her photography studio, Megan realized that Lauren's former space would be perfect for her. So she has a grand opening scheduled for June 4th for her first brick and mortar location. So congrats to her.
I love hearing these types of success stories of small businesses making it happen, taking their passions and their dreams and actually implementing it to not just start a business, but then ultimately to expand it. So thumbs up on that and best of luck. Another service business looks to expand, this one to help out those little furry loved ones in your home.
Right. I know the Animal Emergency Clinic has been located there on Wabash for several decades now. I know I've taken some fur babies there over the years. Most people probably have, unfortunately. But Tom Antonini, who's the clinic manager, he's been there since 2017. And he said when he started, they were seeing about 4,000 cases a year. Just since 2017, that's now grown to over 9,000 cases a year. He said a lot of vets, especially in the outlying areas, are no longer offering emergency service. You know, pet ownership has gone up. Again, during the pandemic, we saw a lot of that as people looked for companionship. So there's been a huge increase in demand, and they are now getting ready to more than double their space. Corky Joyner is doing a remodel to suit of the former Raps Engineering building there at 821 South Durkin Drive. It's actually visible from Veterans. If you're driving down Veterans Parkway, you can see it, but the address is Durkin Drive. And they're hoping to be in by late summer or early fall. And again, that will more than double their existing space. So they hope to be able to increase to having 2 vets on duty at all times.
That's a significant expansion that's going to help out a lot of people who have pets that have emergency services they need, which when that happens, it's not something you expect. That's why having these types of services here in Springfield are crucial. So thumbs up on that expansion. Another expansion, again, that is the theme here with Business in the 217 and the Springfield Business Journal. Michelle Ownbey is the publisher of the SBJ. Before we get to this last story of expansion, let's tell people how they can get a copy of the SBJ and the weekly updates with the Biz Bites.
Sure. If you go to our website, springfieldbusinessjournal.com, you can sign up to get the print edition delivered to your home or office. And of course, also sign up for that weekly Biz Bites newsletter, which is free of charge. And I should also mention we are taking nominations for our 40 Under 40 program, and that can be done through the website as well. So if you know an outstanding young professional that you want to call some attention to and nominate to be considered for this year's 40 Under 40, you can do that through the 27th of this month.
Hey, if anybody wants to nominate me, I'm open for it.
You still make the cut, huh?
I still make the cut, just barely. 39 is actually Wednesday, so believe that.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, time flies. Michelle Ownbey, tell us about this expansion with Memorial Wellness Center and how this is going to be a big deal for the community.
Right. And again, this program has been around for a while, but this is, as you said, an expansion and a little bit of a different focus. It started out as more of a focus for people who are getting ready to have bariatric surgery to kind of coach them on weight loss and healthy practices and things like that. But Memorial Wellness Center just opened Monday at the corner of 4th and Carpenter. They're now in that brick building there at the corner where there used to be a Marine Bank located. And they're expanding their focus to culinary medicine, which is kind of a new field, but it's this concept of food as medicine, teaching people about nutrition, cooking healthier meals, things like that. They're going to offer some classes in cooking and nutrition to the general public, and also work with patients, not just those that are getting ready to have surgery, but patients that are looking to adopt a healthier lifestyle. And they've also partnered with SIU School of Medicine, and they'll be providing some training for the medical students as well, to help them be more aware of this when working with their future patients in their medical career. So definitely a big win for the community all the way around.
Expansion. Just some of the stories you'll find with the Springfield Business Journal each and every week. And we like to highlight some of those stories here with Michelle Ownbey, the publisher of the SBJ. With Springfield's Morning News, I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. Michelle, thanks for taking time with us, and we'll talk with you next week.
All right. Thanks, Greg.